Crazy. So, this is crazy. Lithuania said Russia's threats were nothing new and that it had deployed nuclear weapons to Kaliningrad long before the war in Ukraine. But it's the fact that they're saying it now. They already threatened to attack Sweden and Finland. Now both is considering membership. They're calling this outrageous. So, wild. Really wild developments. Good morning, everybody that's headed to here. Welcome to my broadcast this morning. It's going to be a short one. I just ran into this article and just was like, wow, what is going on? What is really going on over there, man? Like, nuclear weapons is getting tossed around, like I said yesterday, like it's nothing. Like, this is not cool. This is not cool at all. On Thursday, Russia on Thursday threatened to bolster its defenses in the region, including by deploying nuclear weapons if Finland and Sweden joined the U.S.-led alliance NATO. Prime Minister Sanna Marin on Wednesday said Finland would make a decision in the next few weeks as it shares a 1,300-kilometer long, which is an 810-mile-long border with Russia. The country and Sweden are considering joining the NATO alliance. Now, Russia sent, I don't know if you guys knew, Russia did send missiles towards the Finnish border. And they're saying that this is going to most likely make Finland join the alliance anyway, because they're feeling more threatened with being outside the alliance than they are with being in the alliance. So they think that this is a bluff. If they join the alliance, Russia won't mess with them, but we'd have to wait and see. It's already building up to a NATO-Russian war. Russia gave out their final warning to NATO yesterday because now it's being said that NATO is building bases in Odessa. So let's look at that real quick. Let's look at that. Odessa base. Here it is. You're playing with fire. Give me a second. NATO, you are playing with fire in Odessa. By opening a secret base near Odessa for monitoring ships of the Russian Black Fleet, NATO was playing with fire, Russian experts said. So, Romania is trying to... I watched a little bit of Watch the Water last night, too. Somebody told me to. I watched a little bit. I didn't even get that far into it until I had to go to pause live. But I'm definitely going to watch all of it today. I didn't know it was almost an hour long. I'm like, holy crap. But I'm going to watch it today for sure. For sure. I promise. And then I'll talk about it in my TikTok live. So we got Romanian mercenaries that are engaged in a NATO secret base whose main task is to prevent the amphibious landing of Russian ships in the Odessa region. And the Russian base is therefore a legitimate military target. So, this is about to be crazy, bro. This is about to be crazy. So not only is Russia threatening to nuke Finland and Sweden, we also got amphibious assault ships. I mean, not amphibious assault ships, but secret NATO bases popping up. That's not even all the news for today. That's just some of what I just ran into this morning. If I go to my military website, the big thing is the Finland-Sweden thing from what I saw so far. There we go. Gotta put that dash in there. If you don't put that dash, then it won't pop up. Oh wait, wrong dash. There we go. Oh, it's just not popping up today. What the heck? 24/7 The War News. Maybe I'll just use news now. I rarely look it up this way. All right. Did they take down news now or something? Oh wow. Maybe it's only on DuckDuckGo. Okay, let me try Google then. Seven War News. Okay. Did that work, guys? It froze out for a second. It froze out. All right, hopefully that worked out better for everybody. I don't know what the heck just happened. All right, looks like we're back on here. We're back on here. Okay. The Pentagon has admitted to Russian warships taking an explosion, at least by Western media. Defense Sergei has gone a massive heart attack, not from natural causes. So I wonder if it was Vladimir Putin. And they keep saying Vladimir Putin's pretty abusive to his military men. That he takes it very serious, especially the threats with Ukraine and stuff. We have the Pentagon will supply Ukraine with Soviet M-17 helicopters that did not reach Afghanistan. So they're going to give them these helicopters. They're also going to give them tanks. And there was something else that they said they were going to give them. Dang it. Drones. So it was drones, it was planes, and it was radar. Like some kind of radar to detect Russia's movements. Here's the other one. This is the article we were just at. NATO, you're playing with fire with the bases in Odessa. Oh, Ukraine has claimed it blew up a bridge carrying a Russian convoy in Kharkiv. So, former prime minister says Russia could launch an attack on his country for joining NATO, but it's what? But it's well prepared. Finland is close to joining NATO in light of Russian invasion of Ukraine. Former Prime Minister Alexander Stubb said Russia may retaliate, likely in the form of a cyber attack, in response, but Finland is prepared. Russia has threatened Finland if it joins NATO. Stubb said it shows Russia is weak. Yeah. I wonder what the actual prime ministers think of Russia right now, like the current one of Sweden and Finland. Are they, taking this like empty threats, or are they taking this as a serious problem? And then we got RT, which is Russian news. Finland and Sweden and NATO means change to nuclear posture, Moscow. So yeah, they're not gonna let all this go down, guys. This is too much on their border. It looks like things are getting ready to escalate. It's only so long this war is going to stay in Ukraine before it gets outside of Ukraine to other territory. Yeah, that Russia's not weak. I don't want to confuse people. Maybe to NATO, even Russia could put up a pretty good fight with NATO, but it's not like it wouldn't be a territorial fight. So it's not like Russia would be invading NATO territory. More and so they'll be destroying infrastructure that NATO has. And what people don't get is Russia has nuclear weapons. That changes the whole. That's the only way they're going to be able to match with NATO. That's the only way. that they have any chance in hell with going head to head with NATO. And even then, it's a suicidal blow. So it's like, okay, we let NATO destroy our country, you know, take whatever, then there's no Russia. And as a leader of Russia, you want your country to go in history somehow, some way. And if that's not going to happen, then fuck it. Y'all want to take us out? We'll take you all out with us. How about that? You want to destroy our country? How about we destroy your world? Because that's how we feel that you're doing to us. No Russia. We don't care about Americans speaking Russians. They don't care about, you know, anywhere else but their own country. And this is where it's heading to. The United States has been wanting to take out Russia for a long time. They're always compared to Russia or China. And now that the two's in it together, this makes it so much easier for us. Oh yeah, our electric is still getting to that point of getting shut off. That's all they keep threatening our grid. They keep saying not Russia, but they keep saying that stuff is gonna. They got this another solar storm. Here we go. It's been like this for almost a week straight. Right here, blackout risk as NASA warns of a direct hit on Earth. Impact time predicted. Predicts a geomagnetic storm for April 14th that could cause power grid fluctuations. Massive geomagnetic storm, causal massive ejection from the sun could knock out the power grid and internet. That's all you keep seeing. That's all you gotta do is put in power grid, solar storm and power grid, and all this pops up. And that's not even all the news. This has been going on for almost a week. They keep saying 3 weeks ago how a solar storm could knock out the power grid. A solar flare ejected from the sun could hit Earth in days and mess with the power grid. This was 3 weeks ago. Then we got 5 hours ago, another April 14th could cause a power grid fluctuations. So like this, they keep warning of something with our power grid. This is why people keep saying they're going to use this as a excuse to knock out our power. Just like the Russian cyber attacks on the power grid. If I look up cyber attacks, one day ago, say it thwarted suffocated cyber attacks on the power grid. Hold on. They haven't talked about the United States. Texas Energy surge on high alert for possible Russian cyber attack. Chinese hackers reporting. Oh, they're hitting India's power grid? Damn. It's just showing the time that we're in. Brace for Russian cyber attacks. Okay. So they haven't really talked about the cyber attack on the power grid, but that was the first excuse that Russia was going to use a cyber attack on the U.S. power grid to shut our power off. And it would have been blamed on something else. Look, we are at the biggest threat of an EMP attack probably ever in history. We are under the biggest threat of cyber attack, even if it's from our own country. And any time in history, bigger than any time in history. So now, these guys are looking for an excuse to still hide this war, probably all the way to the end. Even when they're fighting, they're probably going to say that Russia's fighting Ukrainians on other soil or some weird ass shit. They find different ways to cover this up. But I just have a deep feeling in my heart that they're not going to tell you when a conflict breaks between the United States and Russia. They might even try to sneak the UK, but you got to look at every NATO member. Any NATO member that steps into a war with Russia, all NATO members is going to step in. So even they try to cover up and say one of the NATO members at war with Russia, we already know Article 5 means that all of them are in. So I'm trying to think in my head of ways they would try to cover this up, like they do with everything. I believe NATO is in Finland and getting ready. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Finland's supposed to make their decision on the membership within weeks now. It was already said about that before. Then they changed it to the summer. Now it's literally weeks. Oh yeah, and this is the big news today, guys, that Russia warns of new nuclear deployments in the Baltic. Thursday braving, Finland and Sweden may join NATO. Russia makes nuclear threat to Finland and Sweden over NATO consideration. That's the pretty much the big news about Finland and Sweden Day. All you gotta do is put in Finland, by the way. I just do really simple searches. Really simple searches. You don't need an EMP for invasion. You just need an EMP to turn one country into chaos, especially one as big as the United States. If nobody in this whole country, I think what, of 600 million or 500 million people cannot get any kind of power or anything, can't feed their family or anything, it turns this whole country into chaos. And we would turn against each other, and most of us would die. 90% of the United States would die just by an EMP attack alone, because our country doesn't have basic survival skills. There are some that, in the 10% that do have those skills, but about 90% of our country is pure people that learn from the internet. They're not like the Amish that build their own stuff, do their own stuff, create their own stuff, learn their own got their own campings, their own little gatherings and stuff, and work together. No, we're on the other side. We're like, okay, let's sit at home, watch TV, and figure out how to do this. What happens when the TV and the internet's gone? How many people can say that they can still survive off of basic skills that they know? Crazy things. I was just giving an estimate. Why you guys take everything I say so freaking seriously? This is the things that makes me want to block people. Anyways, I can't even get an estimate without. Never mind. Just never mind. Okay. Huh. Oh, that was in April. That's no longer a thing. I thought that was recent news. It says a day ago, though. I don't like that. That's showing the dates. If they do not evade after the EMP, America will repair the problem, and I think World War III is closer than we think. I don't think no one's going to invade America. That'd be stupid on Russia or China's part. I mean, China, maybe China, because they got the people to do it. They just don't have the transportation means, which they could use pretty much all the ships that they already done built to come here. But America would have probably took down most of those ships before they even got here, unless they snuck them onto, the cargoes that we got on the West Coast or the ones that we got on the East Coast, which wouldn't be surprising to me. They find a way to sneak people here, but to get a full-on invasion, we expect ships, so we would have to know that it was coming from a mile away. But I do think this is possible, though. Give me a second. This is one of oh wait, China. Not that one. There's a China container bomb. Yeah, here we go. This was said back in December, and I know people are like, well, it's the sun. But there was this video that was showing how
Your shipping manager
how they could shoot bombs straight from containers. which China has had these bombs for a long time. I warned of this for a while now. I'm like, dude, they have ships on our west coast. Like they got container bombs. Just that simple. Could be a little quick attack on the United States East Coast or West Coast. Yeah, we got the inflation on our, southern border. So they can come in form of ships, they can come in form of trains, they can come in form of trucks. Crazy.
In 2011, Airbnb used soft.
And it's probably like the sneakiest way to do a EMP or a sneak type of attack, or just an attack on our homeland. But I don't see them just firing a missile shot and just being done. Like that would be stupid. You would need to have a means to attack the United States soil. Because if you're going to send a message, you got to be willing to fight behind that message. And if China's unprepared, then it will be stupid for them just to bomb us. Remember when you were walking at Walmart and we saw those containers? Maybe we have some too. Possibly. I do. I believe the United States have container bombs. Hell yeah. But this would be something in the form of invading a country. I feel like if it's in here, if it's in the United States, if we have weapons like this in here, it'd be more for defensive means, to make sure they don't hit certain areas. So like maybe THAAD systems, or some kind of defensive missile system that can take out missiles out of the sky. I feel like would be in the United States. I don't see them using container bombs to bomb an enemy, because they don't or nukes. They could use it to hide nuclear weapons as well. That could be another thing too. So yeah, I guess you could be right. You could be right. There's another one. This one's from Australia. But I had to show you guys this. This is actually just a thing. This ain't no joke. There's a lot of sources that talks about this as well. All right. We got that. Oh, Israel's working on a laser missile interception system. What? I almost tapped my phone to try to get that thing off. That's crazy. So we getting laser interception systems now? Oh man. We better use those for nukes. If they travel fast enough. But now, do you got to sit it on the missile? Do you got to point it at the missile as it flies, or is it just a one zap and do? I got to read up on this. We got to read up on this. That sounds crazy. It sounds like right out of a movie. Israel successfully tests laser missile interception system. This is a historic moment. An energy weapon actually works, says Israeli general in charge of developing laser system dubbed as Light Shield. Wow. Wow. This is crazy, man. Israel's successfully completed a series of tests involving laser-based missile interception system. During the tests, which were carried out over the past several weeks in southern Israel, the system accurately intercepted an unmanned aerial vehicles, motors, missiles, and anti-tank missiles in different scenarios. Wow. Can I say we got lasers? I mean, we've had lasers. But the United States, they just got, at least they're making it publicly known that they just got a laser on their ship that actually works towards like shooting targets. But from what I heard, they have to point it at the target for a little while, let it heat up, and then it blows. It's not like in the movies where you just shoot it and then boom. Like literally got to keep it on there for a bit, let it heat up, boom, and then it goes. But from what this one sounds like, it sounds like this is one of those hit and blow, and it's gone. It's fried. Now all they gotta do is put some kind of MP or jamming equipment in there, and then you got yourself a true laser. So like, what I mean is, if the laser doesn't take out the missile, at least damage it in other ways. Maybe fry out its systems or fry out its wiring or something like that. That'd be pretty dope. Since we got ways to hack, you could probably hack through lasers. That would be dope. I'm just thinking of shit now. Just thinking of shit. But anyways, let me see. We're at a historic moment in the world of weaponry. Said the head of Defense Ministry's Weapon Deployment Administration, which developed the system alongside Rafael and Abet. I believe a war starts. Israel is going to be the first country out because a lot of countries hate them. Yeah, I know. Especially for the religious means. Damn, I don't know why I'm stuttering. There's more guns in America than people invade if they want. Well, this is what I'm saying. It would be a strategic stupidity for someone to invade us. And truly, I think the only one that's capable of invading us, well, there's probably two. I think Russia could invade if they wanted to. But they would have to do a small spot like Alaska, since Alaska's right there on Russia's border. I could see them trying to invade Alaska. Now, to invade our whole land, I don't think so. Now, if they go from state to state, that'd be a smarter one. Whoa, how you doing? Lord have mercy. Now let me stop. This is all just so horrifying. I have $2 granddaughters that might not get to live their lives. I am very sad. I'm sorry. I'm praying for something to intervene. I hope so too. Whether it's God, whether it's aliens, whether it's, something. I hope something's sitting here watching us like, hey, bro, if this gets too out of hand, I might have to step in. I mean, Superman, somebody, man. The Avengers, let's call them up. Like, I mean, come on, man. This is ridiculous. And the way humans are going with technologies, like, let's be real right now. Nukes is considered old tech. Powerful old tech that can end the world, but still considered old tech. It ain't really, like, you rarely hear about new nukes coming out with stronger, capabilities. We have the nuclear torpedo that we've had. We have Russia and the United States. The only new nukes that we're getting is hypersonic missiles. The hypersonic nuclear missiles that can hit anywhere in the world in hours. That's crazy. Well, less than an hour, I should say. Anywhere in the world. That's crazy. So we could be sitting here chilling, and within 30 minutes to an hour, we could be gone. That's how far we've developed in our technology. Now, Russia, they were more on their destructive capabilities. And people, all I gotta do is type in Satan 2. And this ends all the debates between the United States and Russia. The United States will always be the major superpower number one, at least for now, until China catches up. But as far as the nuclear superpower, Russia is the nuclear superpower of the world. Not the United States, Russia is. They have the fastest hypersonic missile in the world. They have the strongest nuclear weapon, which is dubbed the Satan II now, in the world. And they also have nuclear torpedoes that can create an explosion of 100 megatons of TNT. That's enough to blow up Texas, the UK, and France. But all I have to do, let's see, same to. New nuke dubbed Satan 2 cannot destroy everything breathing in the world. What are they saying? Like one explosion now can? Okay, even before Vladimir Putin put the world on notice about his country's nuclear capabilities, social media claimed floated the theory of its firepower. Facebook says that Russia unveiled a nuclear weapon, Satan 2, that is capable of destroying everything breathing in the world. Well, with one explosion? No, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. Did Russia come out saying that or no? Russia unveiled a nuclear weapon, Satan 2, that's no, it's always been known to be able to destroy France and Texas. I've never heard of it being able to destroy everything breathing in the world. That's just insane for one explosion. And if that is the case, I don't want to see that fucking weapon used. Can you imagine? Russia just used their new weapon and everybody stops breathing? Like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. That's crazy. No, I never heard that claim, guys. I never heard that claim. I've heard this claim that could wipe out, Russia's new Satan nuclear missile system could wipe out Texas or France. But Texas, this was 2017. That's why it says testing is behind schedule. But I've heard this. That's why I always tell people I can prove my backups. But I've never heard of it being able to stop everybody from breathing in the world. Like, what the heck? That's some freaking, some Dragon Ball Z type stuff. Let me blow up your planet and just... But yeah, they've been working on this missile since 2016. It just finished this year and started becoming into their arsenal, their nuclear arsenal. So yeah, this is what another one we're going to face off against. This is the biggest, not only the biggest ballistic missile, but it's also the fastest. This is the one that could go around any defense system and hit its target. It could also be shot off a submarine. So you have something like this in your arsenal. It's insane. That is insane. Now, the United States' strongest nuclear missile is our B-61. This is our strongest nuclear bomb to date. And probably our most recent, besides the new one that came out. I think it's called Sir Rod or something like that. There was a new nuclear missile came out just last week or a couple weeks ago. But damn. Wait, our strongest nuclear missile only costs 28 million bucks? Can I buy one? No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me see if they got anything. I don't know if this is a test. Actually, I don't think they've ever blown up the B-61. Let me see. Explosion. Okay. We're going to do some comparison real quick. Okay. 340 kilotons? That's how strong it is? $340 kilotons. Estimated B-61 12 meters, 100 meters, 100 plus meters. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. And I know they have this one stored all over Europe. The United States is ready for nuclear smart bombs. What the fuck are they talking about? Yeah, that's our strong, and that's supposed to be our strongest. Now, Russia, they have the Caesar bomber, which is probably out of, of course, out of, they only tested it once and they never made another one again, supposedly. You always got to put that supposedly in there because we don't know what Russia's doing. They could sneak some of these in their arsenal. But they're only saying there's one that was operational and there was two prototypes. But that one you could see from space. That's how strong that was. And they said this is 2,000 times more powerful than the one that was detonated in Hiroshima. So 50 to 58 megatons of TNT. That's crazy. Compared to our what? Few kilotons? So Russia's winning the nuclear battle. I don't really hear about China's nuclear weapons. I don't honestly. I thought that their strongest one was like number 7. Like China's strongest nuclear weapons, number 7 in the world. So that doesn't really scare, especially with them having a few of them. Like, yeah, it would do damage. Hell yeah, it would do damage, but it wouldn't be like. Yeah, it would still be bad because they still got 300 something nukes, and that would fuck up our whole. That would still fuck up our world. They say it only takes 100 nukes to mess up our planet, being exchanged from 2 countries. The Watchmen. I've watched The Watchmen a couple times. I see everybody's talking about the flagship. Well, y'all want to know about the flagship? Y'all want to see what's going on with the flagship? Let's go back. I'm gonna go on DuckDuckGo on that one. Flagship. Okay. Ukraine says it damaged the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet. Russia loss of its Black Sea flagship is a massive blow and maybe also poetic justice. Was a crew seriously damaged? Seriously damaged. So there's reports that say it's damaged by a blast. There's other reports seemingly saying that Ukraine is saying that they're the ones that did it. But of course, Russia ain't gonna admit that because that will make them look weak. Let's see. Damn, I'm trying not to do Western media because I already know the Western media is going to say Ukraine did it. Ukraine military officials said that Russia flagship, the Moskva, was severely damaged after a strike on the vessel. Russia officials also acknowledged that the ship has been damaged, but did not mention any Ukrainian attack. Officials in Odessa region. Oh no! In Odessa, where NATO was setting up their. So what if it wasn't Ukraine? What if it was the mercenaries that's built in a NATO base in close to Odessa that we were talking about earlier this live? What if it wasn't Ukraine? What if it, because Russia said that NATO was playing with fire from the base over there because everything that Russia sends over there, the amphibious assault ships or whatever, will be a target from them. So that therefore Russia's going to target them. So what if it wasn't Ukraine that shot that? What if it was NATO? Wow. Ooh, this is about to be interesting. I said I wasn't going to stay on this live that long, and I'm staying on here for almost 40 minutes. Wow. Yeah, it shows I care for you guys. I always get into this stuff anyway. I love these topics. I have no one to talk to. All my friends suck. Well, I can't even say all my friends. I only have like one friend that contacts me and show me love every day.
We did get one today that came through. I haven't processed it through or decided yet.
Russia took tow crippled warship back to port after what Ukraine says was a missile hit.
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
Um,
Wow. Either Neptune or the S-300 missile sank the cruiser Moscow,
this morning at
the
1:45.
Russian cruiser Moscow.
So I don't know. I think we got to just talk to the group about it.
It's been Scotland by now. Yeah, it's most likely gone out of the sea now. They kept saying it was going to sink. That would have been a major blow to Russia.
So I'll jump into it here in a minute and see.
That'd been a major blow.
I'm not opposed to it, but you know, and I know
Okay, let's see.
had some reviews in the past, and you know, like people feel some sort of way about like timeliness, or even like misspellings and cover letters, and like the some really simple things. Yeah.
So no more nuclear-free Baltic. Russia warns of warns of nuclear hypersonic deployment if Sweden and Finland join it. Wait, now what would be the point of a hypersonic? Y'all see how these news articles always just switch up the story? Let me see something. What do you mean by hypersonic? You know what I mean? It would be so fast that they would send it there, or warns of nuclear hypersonic deployment. Sweden and Finland consider NATO membership. Russia warns of nuclear deployment. Says Iskander and hypersonic missiles would be deployed. Wow. Lithuania said there's nothing new to Russia's threats. Would deploy nuclear weapons and hypersonic missiles in the enclave of the heart of Europe. Wow. Oh, dang. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is about to be interesting. Also explicitly raised the nuclear threat by saying there could be no more talk of a nuclear-free Baltic, where Russia has its Kaliningrad enclave sandwiched between Poland and Lithuania. Yeah, how are y'all going to get there? So all Poland and Lithuania would have to do is cut you off to there. That's why I know this is heading to a war. This is what they were already talking about doing in the first place, closing their airspace to Russia. So Russia wouldn't be able to get to Kaliningrad. This will definitely cause World War III because Russia would just shoot through them. So how y'all gonna deploy nukes to Kaliningrad? Well, I guess the question should be, how are you going to deploy nukes to Kaliningrad through NATO? Interesting. Then we got this. The Baltic states just asked NATO to bolster their border with Russia. Now they're calling on more. Do you guys not see what is going on here? The more troops that they put on their border, the more dangerous this becomes. The more troops on the Russian border, the more dangerous the outcome. How many? Senior members of the Estonia's military want more NATO troops to be deployed there as a deterrent to Russia. I thought deterrence didn't work though. I thought NATO already came out and said deterrence don't work. So is deterrence just another word for war now at this point? They're building up for war with Russia, not deterrence, because we already know it's not going to lead to deterring Russia. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want, whether NATO's there or not. They're going to keep doing whatever they want. So, anyways, Permanent Secretary for the Estonian Ministry of Defense said NATO forces needed to increase their presence in the Baltic states to warn Russian Vladimir Putin against more wars. I mean, look, because the way that you guys are doing this is totally not the right way to do it. If you were going to do that, you should have did that before he went to Ukraine, because now it just feels like you guys are going to do shit no matter what he does. Y'all was so on Ukraine's ass and talking about protecting them all last year, and y'all had their backs, and he went right through Ukraine. Y'all ain't do nothing. But y'all might be doing something. Y'all probably got some officers in Ukraine. We already know that. Probably got secret military troops in there and sneaking in gear and stuff. So I can't say they're not doing anything, but on the world stage, it looks weak on NATO. Because none of this stuff is out there, of course, because there'll be a war with Russia. And this is a tough spot, because how do you look strong without going to war with Russia and destroying the planet? Like, how do you make NATO look like any kind of relevant in this situation? All they can do is provide weapons to Ukraine and hope Ukraine kicks Russia ass, but this is attracting Russia to NATO. It's like, okay, the only reason Ukrainians are taking us down because of this weaponry that they're getting from them. So now we got to start shooting those down. That's where yesterday came into effect, because the Pentagon started talking about sending helicopters and jets and all types of shit to Ukraine. I didn't talk about the jets in the package, because there wasn't no jets in the package, but Slovakia is supposed to be sending Ukraine Soviet jets. So this makes NATO, whoever's delivering this, a legitimate target. Like Russia's saying, they're targets. They're targets of war. They're delivering things that are killing Russians. No. Oh, shoot. Let's go here again. Let me see. No, hasn't been much talking about the nuclear submarine. I saw that comment down there. Um, the last one that I heard that popped up was on the West Coast. There was one on the East Coast that was a couple months ago, and then there was one that popped up in the West that Russia said they were going to permanently stand there. But that was the last that I've heard from there being a nuclear submarine on our coast. Systems could be all over. Yeah, Club K, yeah, could definitely be all over, for real. I remember this. I remember this. This is where everything started. They were so scared about Russia. Shit, I ain't taking no mark or nothing. They're gonna kill me first. I ain't taking no kind of mark. I don't care if they come out with a vaccinated pill. I'm not taking that shit. You got me you got me messed up. Sorry, excuse my language. I've been trying to work on it, but yeah, you got me screwed up on that. All right. So I just want to show you guys Russia's mindset ever since Putin's been president, and this is where I'll end this off, to show people that Putin don't care what happens to the world. He really doesn't. No Putin, no Russia, says Kremlin. No Putin, no Russia. So let's go. What does this say? Took over. Putin's part of vertical. Oh wait, hold on. This is the wrong one. That's the wrong one. No World Cup without Russia. We do not need a world. It's Russia's. Oh, wait, here it is. Okay. So, here we go. This was recently said again this year on Russian media, but originally Vladimir Putin was the first one that said this. And he said, "Why do we need a world if Russia is not in it?" State TV presenter opens show with anonymous address. Russian state television host Dmitry opened his Sunday primetime show with an anonymous allusion to nuclear war. The comment came just after Vladimir Putin ordered his Russian army to put its nuclear arsenal, the world's largest, on high alert. Everyone keeps saying this, the world's largest. And our submarines are capable of launching over 500 warheads, which guarantees the destruction of the United States and all of NATO. He also said that on the program. I actually posted that on my TikTok. So, with that being said, why would Russia care about a world? Why do we need a world if Russia is not in it? Now we're going to see Vladimir Putin's version of this. No, hold on. Here we go. Here it is. I think this is the original. Yeah, so this was 2018 that Putin said this, as y'all can see right here. 2018. Why would we want a world without Russia? Putin on Moscow's nuclear doctrine. Vladimir Putin has recently startled the world by unveiling Russia's advanced nuclear arsenal, has again spoken of nuclear arms, clarifying the circumstances in which Moscow is prepared to enter a nuclear war. Certainly, it would be a global disaster for humanity, a disaster for the entire world, Putin said in an interview for the Russian democracy. All right. Documentary. Sorry, I don't know why I said democracy. Documentary. The World Order 2018 added that as a citizen of Russia and the head of Russian state, I must ask myself, why would we want a world without Russia? Even though Putin admitted that any conflict involving the use of nukes would have a dire consequence for humanity, he mentioned that Russia would be forced to defend itself using all available means if its very existence is put at stake. So, as a leader of the Russian military, yeah, you kind of have to think this way. These guys are coming to destroy our country. What are we going to do? Sit here and not launch a single nuke? What would the United States do if a nuke or a missile was headed towards us? Well, I keep seeing Watchmen spammed on here. They must have said something on there that contradicts what I'm saying. Or something, I don't know. What I worry about is all the innocent children in the world. Yeah, me too. Me too. Russian or not, I care about the people. How are we going to keep moving our day on if we go and exterminate ourselves? I don't even believe that we started off as a race. Like, did we even start off as a race? Did people even care about color back then? When the world started, like, did they come out and say, "Oh, you're black, so I don't like you"? Like, come on, man. This had to have been programmed into us at some point in time. So I just don't think the world came out just saying, oh my gosh, I don't like the way you look. They would have to have been taught that way. Just like the more and more the years go on, people get more and more picky on food. I can't eat this because this causes this allergies for this situation. I can't mix this with that, so you got to put this on that and make sure there's no GMOs because it really be messing up my stomach. And you like, there's so many picky eaters these days, and I'm just sitting here like, I am just gonna wait till the power goes out and see how many of these picky eaters still become picky eaters. Because at them times you're going to go after whatever you can get. I heard a joke from a comedian that said back in the day they used to just have a nut allergy. That's all you had to be worried about was a nut allergy. Now we got all types of allergies. We got tomato allergies, we got rain allergies, we got freaking water allergy. Like we have so much stuff that causes crap for people these days. It's like so sick walking into a restaurant sometimes. Not to judge people that have those allergies, but I'm just saying like this is. Oh, we're definitely in different times, man. But America's known for being probably the most wasteful in food. We got America. Look, we got places that are starving across the sea, and that's gonna be us pretty soon. We're gonna wish we never wasted all that food that we did. But we got places that's starving that kids can't even get. They wish they can get a burger like we could. They wish they can get some Chipotle or a nice steak or something, you know. And us as Americans over here, we're so freaking spoiled with food that we can eat half a burger and just throw the motherfucker out. And I be like, oh, I can just get another one. It'll be cheap enough. I don't like the way that tasted. We waste so much food. And now the world's going to feel it. Now the world's going to feel the shortage that's about to come. Because now we're in a global food shortage. And global means, hey, it doesn't mean, hey, America, y'all got a little more food, so you're going to be okay for a while. No, no. Global means it's coming here too. That everyone's having a problem getting food in. Everybody. So you better learn how to go fishing. Better start getting used to some fishy taste until you start poisoning the water and all your fish come up dying. I mean, the ocean's already poisoned. Millions and millions of fish keep washing up on the sea, on the shore of these beaches. Birds flying out of the sky. I'm wondering what the hell is going on. Something's going on with this earth, or at least something we're doing to it. And maybe we already done messed it up to the point where like, well, F it. The only way that we can fix this is there's no humans on it. A lot of people on the earth not gonna make it. Yeah, I know. If they use nukes, the animals will go in us too, bro. I know that. I know that. I'm just saying that's probably what they're going with it. Got an email this morning on Europe, even burning storefronts, large lines for bread, gangs robbing and beating people. Yeah, and I heard the United States is I'm not in the United States. Russia is attacking um Ukraine's fuel and their storage areas where they store all their food and stuff. So not only is Russia about to cut the world off to food that's not friendly to them, they're also going to make sure that Ukraine can't get it out either. So the people that's relying on Ukraine, like, oh well, fuck, forget the Russian gas, we can still go to Ukraine. No, Ukraine's getting blown up too. There are people going through it too. I can't even imagine. There's probably people scared to go outside and turn the electric back on. Probably scared of people scared to do anything out there. They're in a war zone. It's different. It'll be the same in the United States. Except we're not going to get no troops here unless they're already here under the disguise of people. That's the only way they can get them here is to sneak them in as civilians. I mean, shit, if Mexico could do it, China and Russia could do it. Anyway, I surpassed that I was actually supposed to be here on this live. So I'm gonna have to head over to TikTok and see what's going on. I just wanted to look up some news this morning, and I saw that Russia was talking about sending nuclear weapons to close to Finland and Sweden in the Baltic Sea. So it's about to be crazy, man. Get your houses in order. I'm about to watch this Watch the Waters or whatever that popped up. But how much leaders been going over in their war zones? We appreciate the update. Of course, of course. Remember the golden rule: love, unity, and peaceful life. I'm about to head over to TikTok and probably make a video first to talk about the nuclear thing. Just post a video on here, and yeah, hopefully it's cool. I'm also gonna check my other TikTok today because my appeal still hasn't came back, and I'm gonna see if they unblock my account once the appeal comes through. Thank you for explaining like you do, bro. Of course, of course. Bye, bro. Bye, guys. You guys have a great day. I don't know if I said the golden rule, love, unity, and peaceful life already, but I'll see you guys on TikTok. Peace.